Yeah, hi, Darren Oman with Simmons Insurance. I wanted to spend a minute and talk to you about renter's insurance, kind of a renter's 101 course here. Just a few things about it. It's hard to cover in just a couple minutes, but people come to me all the time and buying a home and auto insurance or renter's insurance, and I bring it up, and they say, "Oh no, I don't need renter's insurance. I don't have enough stuff to insure." Well, my feeling about renter's insurance is don't buy renter's insurance necessarily to protect your stuff. Although that's a really important part of it, but it's certainly, in my opinion, not necessarily the most important part. And here's why. Let's say that you're renting a house or an apartment and you have a small kitchen fire, okay? And this, the kitchen fire, the fire department shows up, sprays water on it, puts it all out, so now there's this damage that's been done to the structure. And not to mention all your stuff, all your belongings are all smoke damaged and possibly destroyed. But so now you're displaced. You're going to have to find a new place to live, and you don't get the benefit of taking months and months to accumulate all this stuff. You're now possibly in a situation where you have, you need to find your belongings replaced right away. But regardless of that, so in the investigation, it shows that you caused the fire to this structure. So the building owner, the landlord, he's got insurance to cover himself for the structure. And so his insurance company is going to come in and rebuild the property and get him all back up and running. And of course, there's going to be no insurance in there for you because landlords, I don't know if you believe it or not, but landlords do not carry insurance to protect you or your stuff or your liability in case somebody gets hurt. It's only to protect them. You are not a named insured on their policy. So anyway, so the insurance company is going to come in and repair and replace all of his stuff and get him back up and running. But through the investigations, when it's determined that you were the cause of the fire, then that insurance company, without the building owner asking them to, the insurance company is automatically going to come to you for the damages that you caused to that structure. And, well, you might say that you can't squeeze blood out of a turnip, but they can garnish your future wages. And insurance companies definitely do that. So, again, the point is that, there's other reasons to buy renter's insurance, and just because you might think you only have $2,000 or $3,000 or $5,000 worth of stuff, that is certainly not a reason not to buy renter's insurance. And not to mention just your clothes. I mean, can you imagine going into a store? If you had $1,000 to replace all your clothes, it wouldn't even touch it. You don't get very much for $1,000 when you are in a situation you need to go buy all brand new stuff. So, anyways, there's other reasons. Let me give you another example. Let's say you go to your neighbor or go to a friend's house, okay, for a barbecue. And somehow you get a little animated telling a story and you tip over a candle and that candle causes a fire. Well, same scenario. Your friend is going to have homeowner's insurance, which is going to protect him and his dwelling or his structure. And so that insurance company is going to get him back up and running. But in the investigation, when they find out that you caused the fire, that insurance company very likely is going to come after you for the damages that you caused to that structure or caused to your friend, regardless of whether your friend, he's not even going to have anything to do with asking the insurance company to go after you. The insurance company will do it on their own. So another thought is, your personal liability is what we're talking about. Let's say that one of the things that happen is that you happen to, through your negligence, something bad happens and you hurt somebody. Well, again, that somebody could sue you for, hurting them, and your insurance company or your renter's insurance through the personal liability could pay out for their medical damages or for their damages if you've been negligent and hurt them. Personal liability, follows you no matter where in the world you're at. So it's not just at your apartment complex or at your house that you're renting. It could be a motel that you stay in. It could be anywhere you're at. If something bad happens and you're personally liable for it, then your renter's policy could pick up the cost of that. Renter's policies also cover defense costs. Attorneys are extremely expensive, and so I mean, could you imagine having to hire an attorney to try and defend you, against some lawsuit against you? So costs vary on insurance policies, on the renter's policies. They're very cheap. They typically run somewhere between $15 and $30 a month, depending upon how much coverage you need for your property or how much liability coverage you buy, and the deductible. Zip codes play a small factor in it, but they're really very, very, very inexpensive. So don't go without a renter's policy. I think for the money, not to mention if you have an auto policy and you get the auto policy with the same company, that auto policy, if you're paying, I don't know, if you get a $70 discount on your auto policy and you're buying a $150 renter's policy, now the net is only $80 a year for this renter's policy. So it can be extremely cheap to buy renter's policies, and so don't go without. If you have more questions, feel free to contact me. You can find me on the web at www.simmonsinsurance.com or call me at 509-545-8783. I'd be happy to answer your questions. Again, Darren Oman with Simmons Insurance. Thank you. Bye-bye.